What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another KeyForge Age of Ascension, a Vault Tour video from Origins Game Fair 2019. This is Day 1B, Round 2. On the left we have Josh, on the right we have Ben. If you haven't already seen our first round coverage, go check that out. It's in a playlist called KeyForge at Origins 2019 at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. And you can check out all the videos there. We'll have tons more to come, so make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Alright, we got a Legacy Ember Imp hitting the board on Ben's side here as his first card to go. He obviously went Dis. So now his opponent can only play 2 cards max until that Ember Imp is gone per turn. And he's going to start off with, forget the name of this card, Carpet Flotsam. Basically, if there are no friendly creatures in play, deal 4 damage to each creature. Easy way to clear him. And he's discarding a containment field there. Just dumping cards that a hand looks like. Gets 2 amber, though. And we're going to clear board. On to the other side, we have a Yurk hitting the board and a Blood Shard Imp. And Coward's End being discarded off the Yurk's ability. And we got another Carpet Flotsam on the other side. He's gone Mars here. And just hits 4 damage to each creature. He has no creatures in play, so he's just wiping the board. Gets an amber off of it too, so we're at 3-0 right now on the amber count. And we got a Harvester in play, who has the Reap gain 1, and Zorg coming in to play stun. We know when he fights, he stuns the creature's neighbors that he's targeting. Nice fast pace here, I like it. If you're interested in the tokens there in the bottom right of your screen, you see Ben's promoting it. He's from Team SAS, and they had a sponsor luxury playstyle, so you can check that out. I'll put the link in the description below for their website if you're interested in the tokens. You see a Sucker Punch there, played for an amber. Obviously an alpha, deals 2 damage there to Zorg. Doesn't get Archive though, since it didn't destroy the creature. Just goes to the discard pile. And we have a Merkins here. When he comes into play, you play the top card of the archive, or a card from the archive, or the top card of your opponent's deck. He gets an amber off it. It's a Whistling Dart, so each of the opponent's creatures are going to get 1 damage each. No armor on either of them. And we have an Oubliette played to purge the Harvester. And we have a Nerve Blast, stealing 1, damaging 2. So Zorg is now up to 5 damage on him out of 7. And Ben has pulled ahead in the amber department here with 3-2. So we got Shadows on the other side, and it's just a Swindle turn. He's going to steal 3. Alpha, Omega.
Draw 1, pass turn.
Alright, Ben's going Brobnar here. He's going to do a 1-2 punch. It's going to destroy Zorg since he's already stunned. And Champion Challenge, he's going to just discard it. Doesn't want to play it. There's no real board to wipe there. And little Rapskull coming down. It says basically creatures must fight if able. On both sides of the board, he's elusive. So we got a Mars turn on the other side. We got Mother Gun thrown into play, plus a Think Drone. We know after it reaps, it gets to archive a friendly creature or artifact from play. And Call the Weak. 1 amber gets to destroy the least powerful enemy creature. And a Shuler coming in, stealing 1. Since Josh was at 5 amber there, it looks like. Lash of Broken Dreams thrown down. And he's going to play Exhume, gaining an amber, and he gets to play any creature basically out of his discard pile, as if they were in-house discs. Looks like he's thinking about the Ember Imp. Yep, he decides the Ember Imp. And I think that's a good play. His opponent can only play 2 cards again until that Ember Imp's gone. Let's see if he's got another Carpet Flotsam in there. That'd be a pretty good hit right now. Nope. He's going to play a Shuler, stealing an Amber back. Since Ben was at 4, now back at 3. So we're at 5-3 right now in the Amber count. No keys, forged on either side. And we got Banish archiving the Ember Imp and gaining an Amber there for Josh. And Tentacus is in play, so if he wants to use that Lash of Broken Dreams on the other side, he's got to pay him an Amber. And now we got I'm not finished with you yet, or not finished with you, whatever that card's called. Gain an Amber. Shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile back into your deck. So just think Drone and Zorg is going to be shuffled back in there. And it looks like Josh, I think, is at 7 Amber now. A little hard to tell with those tokens. I have the yellow ones myself. And on camera, they're not the greatest to tell, especially when they're all bunched up in chunks on your identity card. We'll try to follow along here. At least you can't stack them. So life for life on the other side. Gaining an Amber. He gets to sacrifice one of his creatures to deal 6 damage to a creature across the board.
So life for life, my
Rapskull for Tentacus are the 2 lives that will be traded. Merkin's going to throw a Reap in there to get 5 Amber on Ben's identity card. And we got Ronnie Wristclocks coming in for a steal of 2, I believe. Yeah, it is a 2. He was at 7, which puts Ben up to 7 and gets Josh off of check. And a Miasma is going to be played. Gain an Amber. And skip the KeyForge step for Josh this turn. So Ben has taken back control of this game here. Let's see if Josh can get him off check. At this point of recording, I do not have Josh's deck. He didn't scan it in yet, or the name can't be searched very well. I'll just put the name down below that I recorded from the tournament. But we do have Ben's deck, so if you want to check the link in the description below, you can see the deck list. If you want to kind of follow along, see what he's working with here. But anyone who played in the Vault Tour, and I recorded on camera, if you can scan your deck in to the Master Vault before I get to those videos, that'll help a lot with commentary and also help people follow along who want to see the deck list as the games are played. So Miasma on the other side gains an Amber, stops the KeyForge step. And Yahtzee Gang coming in there, action, steal 1. Does he have anything to steal? A few Amber. And throwing stars, putting 1 on each of Merkin's and Ronnie Wristclocks, not killing them and gaining extra Amber. I think Ben should be good to forge. Oh no, he's not going to forge. Miasma, duh. Gongoozle. He's going to throw 3 damage on the Yahtzee Gang. Since he didn't kill it, he gets to discard a card at random from Josh's hand. And Ben's saying he's going to do enough damage to kill the Yahtzee Gang, so don't worry about throwing damage on him. And grabs Dust Chronicles on the discard. And Onyx Knight killing all odd powered creatures. So it just kills Yahtzee Gang. Then we have Tesmal coming in. Lash. It's going to raise the key cost by 3 against Josh.
Darn. Got ahead of myself. All right.
Sounds like Ben forgot something there. He went too quick, I think. But I think he has an archive card there under his house card. I'm just not sure what it is. I don't know if it's something that was in play that we saw go to the archive, or... So Orb of Invictus, after a creature reaps, stun it. 1 Amber gain for playing that artifact at a dis.
Spider, poison versus flank. Gub, +5 when he's surrounded. Anguish, plus key cost for damage. Done. Check. Yeah. 8.
So we have Spider played out there, Gub, and Anguish. Anguish, for each damage point he has on him, he raises your opponent's key cost. Gub, since he has 2 neighbors there, gets +5 and taunt. Spider, when he's attacking a flank creature, gains poison. And I think Spider has Skirmish. I'm pretty sure. So Ben was able to forge his first key there, has 3 Amber remaining. Josh is sitting on, looks like 8 Amber. Still in that Lash range. Will Ben go Dis just to stop him again, or just continue to push forward? And we have ourselves a random check, which Cascade employees were doing each round. They're trying to hit everyone in the tournament each day. They would basically get the little slips, just come around, check that you're actually playing with the deck that you circled on your deck slip out of the 3 decks you picked at the start of the sealed tournament. And then they grab your hand, maybe your discard, maybe your archive, all 3, and just check the deck names at the bottom of the cards. Try and prevent people from sneaking in cards that I guess weren't in their deck or playing with the wrong deck. So we have Shadows named by Ben here. Looks like he's doing some reaping, which stuns both the creatures thanks to the Orb of Invidious across the board. And we have Ronnie Wristclocks doing a steal 2. And I think he played a lethal distraction there. Choose a creature for the remainder of the turn. Whenever this creature takes damage, it takes an additional 2, but he just played it for the Amber. And it looks like Josh got his first key, so we're tied at 1 key apiece, but Ben is in check for key number 2 with 8 Amber right now.
You have no keys yet? I have one. Oh, I see him now. I see him.
If you guys notice any play mistakes, any rules, goofs, or anything like that in these videos, remember Age of Ascension is still new, but if you have them, feel free to timestamp below in the comments and leave the correction below. Or if you have any questions, drop them below, and hopefully myself or a future viewer can help answer. But it also helps us going forward learn from the mistakes that are made in these videos, if there are any, and we can all learn to play better. So use it as a learning tool, not to rip on the players that make the mistakes. As we all make mistakes. Alright, Gongoozle hitting for 3 damage. Destroying Tesmal. Gaining an Amber. And we have a Tesmal on the other side now. Who has that Reap? You choose a house on your opponent's faction card. They cannot choose that house on their next turn. Quite a strong card.
Fight the Onyx Knight at poison and skirmish.
So there's that poison. He does have skirmish off Spider, who kills the Onyx Knight.
Which one?
I may have actually used...
Keys cost 8.
I may have used Anguish actually to smash the Onyx Knight, but he decides to use it to smash one of the Ronnie's Wristclocks to get 2 damage on him to make the key cost 8. So he wants Ben to forge here and pay the full 8 for it. But I might have actually gone a little higher.
Reap and get stunned.
But then we got a Reap with a stun on Gub. And there's the KeyForge for 8 Amber. And Ben now at his 2nd key. So it sounds like Josh is going Brobnar. Or is it Ben? Whose turn are we on here? Oh, it's Ben. Sorry. I just heard someone say Brobnar. So it's Ben choosing Brobnar. Looks like he's got another 1-2 punch in hand. Now he's looking through his discard pile. Maybe he feels he's ahead now. His opponent's still not on check for a 2nd key. It's time to dump another faction out of his hand. So he's going to 1-2 punch the Anguish and stun him, gain an Amber. Maybe he has another. Yeah, he does have another to do another Amber and the Destroy on the Anguish. And now Gub loses his +5 power and taunt. And we got a Flamethrower thrown down there, a Bingle Bang Bang, and Foozle. Bingle Bang Bang, before fight, deals 5 damage to each neighbor of the creature that Bingle Bang Bang is fighting. And the Flamethrower there, I believe that is deal 2 damage. No, 1 damage to a creature with 1 splash. And that is just an action, not an Omni, out of Brobnar. And we know Foozle, she reaps, and if there was a creature destroyed previously in the round, she gets to gain an additional Amber. So 2 keys, 2 Amber on Ben's side. We got 1 key and 2 Amber on Josh's side here. And we got Gamgee dropping in, who has the elusive, and when he reaps, if your opponent has more, he gets to steal 1. And we have Bren the Fanatic hitting play, and on play effect, he gets to give his opponent an Amber, and if he's destroyed, you steal 1. He also has Skirmish. And we have a Lights Out, returning a couple creatures there to Ben's hand and gaining an Amber for Josh. Throwing back Bingle Bang Bang and Foozle. Basically the two Brobnar creatures that Ben finally got out of his hand are now back in his hand. You obviously don't want to bounce Ronnie Wrist Clocks and Merkin since they both have play effects. They're both stunned and they both have some damage on them, so you want to keep that going. Ben still does have some breathing room. He's basically up by a full key. And he has the Lash to slow his opponent down if needed. He's probably looking at Josh's board, realizing it's getting a little out of control there. So he's going to do some board control here on a Brobnar turn, do a Tremor. He's going to focus on Gub, who already is stunned, but stun his neighbors, so Gamgee and Spider also get stunned, which are two great creatures you want to stun. And the Flex gets discarded. And Bingle Bang Bang and Foozle back in play. And now he's going to do the Flamethrower to deal damage with one damage with one splash each. So Spider's going to take a damage. And Tesmal and Gub are each going to take a damage also. So if Gub ever loses his ability and shows up on a flank, he will die instantly at this point, since he'll drop back down to 1 power. So I think Josh needs to focus on getting his next key here. Trying to burst to at least 6 Amber if he can, possibly 9. He's going to go Shadows. So Bren's going to fight Foozle. He has Skirmish though, so he doesn't die. So I think Josh doesn't realize that, yeah, it's not going to work that way. He's got to find another way to destroy him or sacrifice him with life for a life or some direct damage. So Snecklifter's going to come in and steal the Lash of Broken Dreams. Wow. And Gamgee's still stunned. He needs to unstun Gamgee. Will he remember there? Ooh, he does not remember to shake off the stun on Gamgee. That is bad. That is bad. And yeah, he messed up there naming Shadows. He thought he was going to be able to steal 3 Amber, get himself in check. On the Shadows turn, also steal the Lash and be ready for that key like I said he needed to do. But he did not get there. And he also missed that Gamgee stun removal, which would have been great on the next turn to be able to reap and then steal one, assuming Ben gets some extra Amber here and has more Amber at that point. Maybe Josh had a better hand to play, get some more Amber that way, but stealing the Lash was good, that's for sure. But is it too little, too late? We will see here. So we got another Brobnar turn here from Ben. He's going to use that Flamethrower, try to finish off some creatures. He's going to do Tesmal, which will kill Tesmal, put 1 damage on Snecklifter, and kill Spider. Now we're going to see Bingle Bang Bang probably go to work on the opponent's board now. Actually, he's going to use Bingle Bang Bang to reap. He's okay with the stunned opponent's board. Doesn't want to kill Bren the Fanatic, of course. And we got Foozle doing a reap, getting a stun also. And gains 1 since there was a creature already destroyed on the turn. So puts him in check with 6. And another Bingle Bang Bang. This one's not stunned now, though. So we got Mars named here. He can use Mother Gun. And is he going to realize he can do it to Bren the Fanatic here? And yeah, he's going to destroy Ben the Fanatic, who's going to steal 3. Keep this game going. And that's where he maybe messed up last turn. He probably could have went Mars and did it last turn, put himself in check. And might have a key at this point. So we got Zorg coming in, stunned. And we got a Mind Worm. He's elusive, and then before fight, he basically can deal the damage of the creature he's targeting to each of its neighbors, and a Think Drone. Oh, we got a sample collection here. He's going to be able to take 2 creatures from the opponent's board and put them into his own archives. So Bingo Bang Bang is going in there, the one without the stun. And Ronnie Wristlocks is going to go in there also. I don't know if I would have taken that one, since there's a chance you could go back to your opponent's hand and then be played again. I might have taken Foozle, who maybe could generate some Amber. But if you think your opponent's going to go Shadows, I mean, taking some Shadows creatures is not bad, I guess. And we got a shuffle here. Josh has made it through his deck. And we know Ben already did. So Ben's racing through the deck quicker, but Josh has just finally got to the end of his. So we got Shadows from Ben. So he is going Shadows, so Merkins lose the stun. And Furtive Investors. So his opponent has more Amber, so he gets 1, and then gains another 1 for his opponent having a KeyForge. Putting Ben at 5 Amber. His opponent's at 6. Hidden Stash, matching up on Amber. He's now back in check, so he gets to archive a card. And he puts a, looks like a discard down there, so I think he's trying to set up for a disarchive. He probably has another discard in there. And Redlock in play. He has Skirmish, and at the end of the turn, if you didn't play any creatures, you get an Amber. And he's saying Oubliette came a little late, which would have been nice to deal with Ben the Fanatic, or Bren the Fanatic. So Mind Worm gets purged. And we got Josh forging his second key. We know he has Lash of Broken Dreams. And he does have Dis House, so I mean he can get other stuff done on that same turn for sure. If he didn't have Dis in his deck, he could always just name Shadows and use it, as Snecklifter's text indicates. It becomes a Shadows card if it doesn't match a house that you already have on your identity card. So he may be stuck going Dis here. Because if he unstunned that Gamgee before, it would have been perfect here. He actually goes Shadows, does another Swindle.
Redrew it. Came back to me.
So he got it again. He redrew it, made through the deck. So we're actually back to a tie game here. 2 keys apiece, 3 Amber apiece. And Josh is holding the Lash of Broken Dreams. Will he be able to break Ben's dreams here? Give him some bad dreams. So we got Ben going Shadows. There's a couple Reaps here with Merkins and Redlock. And they both get stunned, of course. And we got a Nerve Blast, stealing 1, dealing 2 damage. Where's it going? It's going to do on Snecklifter. So we're at 6-2 in the Amber department. And there's Lethal Distraction again, getting an Amber off that. And he realizes he played that a little out of order there. He could have done Nerve Blast after this to increase, basically deal 4 damage to something. Could have got Gub off the board maybe.
It takes 2 extra damage, so I could have done 4 with my Nerve Blast. And then because I didn't play any creatures...
and he gets 1 off the Redlock at the end of his turn, says he didn't play any creatures this turn. And goes up to 8. So Josh is going to go Mars here. Does he have a way to get him off of a key? Does he have some crazy key cost increasing stuff in his deck? And we got a Mother Gun here. So Carpet Flotsam, Incubation Chamber, dealing 2 damage to Bingo Bang Bang. Killing him. Unstun Zorg. Does he have like some Incubation Chamber, or not Incubation Chamber, what's the Hypnotic Command? Mars needs Amber. You can get 2 moved with that. Oh, a Shatterstorm. He'll lose all of his amber, then his opponent loses 3 times that much amber. So they're both back to 2 keys, no amber. Ah, that's so cool. I love how that card can be kind of a comeback card. Carpet Flocks him, gaining him just an amber. Obviously not the effect. Incubation Chamber just coming into play. Incubation Chamber is an Omni. Reveal a Mars creature from your hand. If you do, archive it. Would have been nice to see that a lot earlier in the game, I'm sure. We got Dis named on Ben's side. He does take his archive. 2 cards there. We got Onyx Knight coming in.
All of the odd power things. That guy actually is 6 right now.
oh yeah,
So
that's right.
he's not
And it kills all the odd power creatures, which gets rid of Zorg and Think Drone. But remember, Gub at the time was a 6. And I think it happened simultaneously. Now Gub's just a 1. And Gunguzzle to finish off.
And now that he's weaker.
Oh, actually, Gub would have died right away. He already had 1 damage on him.
Died when he was weaker already, so you could do it.
Oh, you're right. Okay, sorry. Yep.
So he's going to do it on Gamgee instead, since Gub would have been gone because of 1 damage. And Gunguzzle will just finish off the board.
Okay, and then
Turning back on those Carpet Fluxums. And we got an Anguish on the other side.
Anguish,
And an Ember Imp. And Tesmol, holy dis here.
and
And an Exhume play. Gains 1 Amber, gets to put a creature into play as if it were House Dis from the discard. So he throws in a copy of Bingle Bang Bang.
I'm done.
So now Josh has to deal with this giant disc board, or else Ben's just going to reap himself crazy to a ton of amber. So we got Dis raising the key cost by 3 using Lash. And we got an Exhume on the other side, gains an amber. And Snack Lifter coming into play, stealing the Flamethrower, which becomes House Shadows.
Can I read Exhume?
That's kind of funny. Ben asking to read his opponent's Exhume when he has one on the top of his own discard pile.
I believe that's going to be all that you can do.
Oh, I see. He's double checking because of Ember Imp to make sure he can only play 2 cards.
It says play it as if it's in your hand. Judge?
And we got a judge call just to check. But yes, Exhume does make him play it as if it was out of hand, so it does play 2 cards.
When he played an Exhume, does this count as a second card played, or does he still have another card? See, it says play as if in your hand.
See what the judge rules here.
I know with Wild Wormhole, it counts as a card, so
And yeah, it is similar to Wild Wormhole, right? He is playing a second card.
it seems very similar to Wild Wormhole played.
Sorry, Ember. You know, if I wanted 2 cards, plays this, Exhumes this is the second.
I believe Exhume says like you're playing it out of hand. Let's just check the actual text on it.
Putting it as if it's in the hand. You were right. Cool.
Play. Choose a creature in your discard pile. You may play that creature as if it belonged to the active house and was in your hand. Yes, so you are playing it for sure. It says right in the text.
Done.
Ember Imp says you can't play more than 2 cards. So that's it. That stops Josh's turn. Sure, he had a lot more he wanted to do there, but Ember Imp is good. especially a Legacy Ember Imp, sneaking his way into an Age of Ascension deck. Good pick by Ben there. So here you go, the 4-Dis Reaps. We knew it was coming. And Tesmal's going to say he can't name Dis on his next turn, so he's not going to be able to Lash. Puts him in check for 6. He's going to stun all of his creatures here thanks to the orb that's in play. Is this going to be enough? He could name Shadows. He just has to steal 1. And that's it. He had a Shuler in hand and the Lash. That were his only Amber control options. And he wasn't allowed to use them because Tesmal said no Dis. So good play on Ben. Another win for Ben. Thanks to both players for letting me film them and play on camera and commentate the game. Thank you to everyone for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Hit that alarm bell button to be notified when the next videos go up. We got lots more KeyForge coming on the channel. We have tons of other KeyForge videos on the channel from previous tournaments and other things, so make sure you go check those out while you're waiting. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below. Thanks a lot, everyone.